There's a Japanese learning framework called Shu Ha Ri. It comes from Aikido, the tea ceremony, and other traditional arts. Disciplines where mastery isn't a trick or a hack, it's a way of life, a deepening, a widening, a transformation. The three stages translate to Shu means follow, Ha means break, and Ri, transcend. And even though it comes from a completely different world, it maps almost perfectly onto how self-control develops inside the ACT Score Challenge. Not because I planned it to fit, but because human development tends to rhyme across disciplines. Strip away the cultural wrapping, and the underlying pattern is the same. You begin by following. You grow by expanding. You transcend by integrating. These aren't motivational slogans. They are developmental stages. And they show up everywhere mastery is taken seriously. Hey there, it's me, Core, and you're listening to Exercising Self-Control from Fitness to Flourishing. Shu is the beginning. It's where you follow the form without negotiation. Inside the ACT Score Challenge, Shu is simple. Complete your daily standard, non-negotiable. This is where you learn the foundational skill, acting without bargaining with the standard you set for yourself. In the beginning, it's about reliability. It's about becoming the kind of person who follows through because that's what you do. Not because you feel motivated, not because the conditions are perfect, but because the standard is the standard. And because your level 1 challenge is intentionally simple, it becomes the first stage of the self-control complexity scale. You're reducing friction so the behavior is doable even on your worst day. You set the pace. You remove negotiation. You build the muscle of consistency under controlled conditions. Within the first week, after your first unbroken 7-day streak, you earn the right to use the scope of effort scale, made up of crawl, walk, run, and fly. This doesn't mean you've reached Ha, the next stage. It's more like letting a white belt see what a brown belt will eventually do. It's a preview, a direction, a way to understand that more effort is available without confusing effort with mastery. The minimum standard stays locked in place. The scope of effort simply gives you a structured way to express more intensity while staying inside Shu. Ha is the expansion stage. You don't reach it because you feel ready. You reach it because your behavior proves you're ready. In Ha, the form still exists, but now you can stretch it. You can increase effort. You can operate under more complex conditions. You can handle more than one behavior at a time. This is where the self-control complexity scale becomes real training. In stage 1, you have controlled environment. Stage 2, mild unpredictability. Stage 3, visible temptation. Stage 4, public interaction. Stage 5, chaos. Ha is where you learn to follow the rules under load. The more skilled you become, the higher up the stages you can challenge yourself. And if something becomes too difficult, Shu is still there, your non-negotiable standard. You learn what you're capable of doing and where your current skill level actually is. You're still inside the form, but now you're expanding it. Ri is the stage where the form dissolves into identity. You've moved from one behavior at level 1 to 2 behaviors at level 2, and then 3, 4, 5, and eventually level 6. where the number of behaviors expands beyond exercise as a practice. At this point, self-control is no longer something you apply, it's something you are. Ri is where the skill becomes general purpose. You move beyond fitness into relationships, work, finances, hobbies. The work is no longer about completing a challenge. It's about building a life that reflects your values wherever you choose to live them. With a clear understanding of Shu Ha Ri, you gain a more accurate lens for interpreting your failures and your progress. You may be trying to perform at stage 4 when you haven't mastered stage 2. You may be blaming yourself for inconsistency when the real issue is misalignment between your skill level and the complexity of the environment. Shu Ha Ri gives you a map. 1. Follow the non-negotiables. 2. Expand your capacity under increasing complexity. And 3. Transcend the form and integrate the skill across your entire life in any circumstance. When you understand the circumstance you're actually in, the question, "Why can't I stay consistent?" dissolves. You know what the circumstance requires. You know what the next step is. You know how to train for it if that's required. This is what the ACT Score Challenge is designed to develop. One choice, one level, one stage, one moment at a time. If you're listening to this and you're ready to become the kind of person who follows through, I built a group for exactly that. Your only job is simple. Don't break your daily standard. If you're ready to start your day 1, join the ACT Score Challenge. That's it for today. Catch you next time.